Ladies and gentlemen, the digital dollar is here. The Fed has started a 12-week pilot program for the digital dollar. This is terrible news for the public because a digital dollar will give your government a ton of control over your money. They'll be able to set limits on what your money can and cannot be spent on. They'll be able to set limits on how much money can be held in an account. They'll be able to set expiration dates for your money. And they'll be able to do so many other things. And these aren't conspiracy theories. Banks are releasing reports saying these things. For example, a report named Central Bank Digital Currencies, Foundational Principles and Core Features, released by the Bank of International Settlements, says this, and I quote, "There has also been public discussion about central bank digital currency used to stimulate aggregate demand through direct transfers to the public, possibly combined with programmable monetary policy, such as transfers with an expiry date or conditional on being spent on certain goods," end quote. So as you can see, the amount of control your government will have is truly terrifying, and public consumers aren't well informed about the effects of digital currency. So let's have a look at the dark side of the digital dollar. Let's first start with the central bank digital currencies. So, what is a central bank digital currency? Central bank digital currencies are digital tokens that are directly issued by a central bank. This means that they are centralized and regulated by a central bank. They are usually secured on the country's original currency and therefore have the same value as the physical currency. Central bank digital currency is a general term, and this digital dollar is United States' version of a central bank digital currency. So how are you going to use this digital dollar? Well, you aren't going to notice any difference. The vast majority of the changes will happen at the back end. You will be able to access and use your digital money just like you do right now. The digital dollar is in the pilot phase, so we haven't seen the app yet. But China has already released its digital yuan, and their app looks something like this. So you'll have an app like this, and all your money will be accessible through this app, and everything you do here will be monitored by the central bank because you will have a bank account that will be managed by the central bank. The emergence of central bank digital currencies has raised important questions about the privacy implications of such financial instruments. While central bank digital currencies offer numerous advantages, such as improved efficiency and cost savings, their introduction also raises important questions about privacy and data security. The most pressing privacy concern with central bank digital currencies is their potential to enable governments to track citizens' financial activities in unprecedented detail. Central bank digital currencies are digital by nature and could be used to create a comprehensive record of all transactions, including amounts, times, and locations. This data could then be used to monitor an individual's spending habits, which could have implications for their privacy and civil liberties. Furthermore, if this data were to be shared with third parties, such as private companies or law enforcement agencies, it could lead to further infringements of privacy rights. Another major concern related to central bank digital currencies is that they could be used by governments as a tool for controlling economic activity. By tracking individuals' transactions, governments could potentially limit how much money people are able to save or spend in certain areas, or even impose taxes on certain types of spending. This type of control would be particularly concerning if it were used in an arbitrary manner or if it were used as a means of punishing certain types of behavior or political views. If you look at this report from IMF, it says, and I quote, "Central bank digital currency could also be designed to amplify money velocity by incentivizing specific types of consumer consumption. For example, cash back payments could be made on purchases from local merchants or certain industries, or central bank digital currency holdings could incur a fee to incentivize people to quickly spend it," end quote. And don't forget, the government can use these tools to do the exact opposite as well. It will be very easy for the central bank to make certain items and categories of goods unavailable to the public. This general restriction could lead to a loss of options and an overall downgrade in the quality of life. One of the benefits of cash or physical currency is that for a large part it is eternal. That means that unless the currency is changed, you are able to continue using your dollars even years later. With digital currencies, Expiration dates could lead to you losing your money if you don't spend it within a few days. This could help further promote sales in a country, but it could also damage the economic capabilities of individuals. The point is, this digital dollar will offer government a powerful tool for controlling people's finances. By monitoring transactions, setting limits on accounts, and introducing incentives and penalties linked to certain behaviors, governments can gain greater control over their citizens' financial activities. This push for a digital dollar will have a huge effect that people will be unaware of, until it is possibly too late. More importantly, because the push will seem natural, with government offering stimulus payments in the form of digital dollars, no one is going to think twice about the implications of this move on their freedom and privacy.